Good morning, Cullman, and thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Dustin Isom, and today is Wednesday, November 20th. Coming up on Cullman Today, we'll tell you about the opening of the Christ Kindle Market and the festive events kicking off this week, how the United Way is gearing up for Giving Tuesday, and a warning from the Cullman Electric Cooperative about recent scam attempts. All this plus sports, weather, and more, but for now, let's dive into the top stories happening in Cullman today. The Cullman City Council met Monday night at City Hall and approved a resolution to enter into an agreement with the Alabama Department of Transportation. This agreement allows the city to maintain a service road on Grape Street Northwest and a median storm pipe on Alabama Highway 157. Councilman Clint Hollingsworth also shared some exciting news about the upcoming holiday events. He announced that this year's Cullman Christ Kindle Market will open on Thursday, November 21st at Depot Park. The festivities will kick off with a German tree lighting ceremony that evening. On Friday, the city will host its Christmas parade and Christmas tree lighting, featuring special guests like James Spann and Taylor Hicks. For a detailed schedule of events, visit CullmanChristKindleMarket.com. The Cullman City Council will hold its next meeting on Monday, December 2nd at 7 p.m. at City Hall. And in other news, the United Way of Cullman County is inviting everyone to participate in Giving Tuesday on December 3rd. Giving Tuesday is a global movement that celebrates generosity and encourages people to give back to their communities. Here's our own Jim Baker with more on how you can make a difference.
United Way of Cullman needs you December 3rd for Giving Tuesday as a global movement to help celebrate generosity.
Giving Tuesday is a global initiative. It was started in 2012 in New York City and since then has grown to a global day of giving back. And this year we really want to see that in Cullman County grow. In the years past, we've had a little bit of participation, but we really like to see that be big this year.
This movement is to help create a brighter future for Cullman County. Learn how you can give by going to uwaycc.org. I'm Jen Baker with the Cullman Tribune.
Thanks, Jen. And to finish up our top stories, the Small Business Christmas Market is arriving at the Cullman County Agricultural Trade Center on Saturday, November 30th from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. Event organizer and owner of the Pink Boot Boutique, Shayla Waldner, has gathered 60 vendors and 2 food trucks for this festive event. Waldner says that they will have a wide selection of children's clothes, women's boutique clothes, men's hats and accessories, local household items, cleaning products, jewelry, toys, and much more. She said that it's the perfect weekend to shop for all your Christmas gifts right here locally in Cullman. She also said that businesses from all over eastern, northern, and central Alabama have come together to attend this event. Santa Claus will be on site from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m., bringing a gift for each child. Families can choose to pay a small fee for professional photos with Santa or take their own pictures. The first 60 shoppers at the door will also receive a free gift bag. For more information about the Small Business Christmas Market, visit tinyurl.com/SBChristmasMarket. And that's it for today's top stories. Stay with us because after the break, we'll bring you highlights from Holly Pond's exciting basketball victories over Cleveland. Hello and welcome back. In sports today, both the boys and girls teams from Holly Pond took on Cleveland and came out on top. Let's get into the action from Monday night's games. The Lady Broncos rolled past Cleveland 54-23 in the girls' game, and in the boys' game, a big fourth quarter from the Broncos helped them get past the Panthers 63-57. Leading 8-7 at the end of the first quarter, the Lady Broncos got off to a great start early in the second. Baskets from Ava Thomas, Maggie Nail, and Millie McBee gave Holly Pond a 14-7 lead. Blakely Baggett laid one in to make it a 19-10 game later in the period. The Lady Broncos led 22-12 late in the first half, and Thomas added a late basket to keep Holly Pond in front, 24-14 at the halftime break. The Lady Broncos added to their lead in the third quarter. A driving layup by McBee put Holly Pond ahead 31-16 midway through the period, and Butts scored a pair of baskets to make it 35-16. Nail banked in a shot, and McBee followed with a pair of layups to give the Broncos a 41-22 lead going into the fourth quarter. McBee scored Holly Pond's first 8 points of the fourth to stretch the lead to 49-22, and the Broncos cruised the rest of the way to pick up a 54-23 win. McBee led Holly Pond with 18 points in the win. In the boys' game, the Broncos trailed Cleveland 32-25 at halftime, but rallied back in the second half. Baskets by Asher Thrift and Kate Albright cut the lead to 33-29 early in the third quarter. Later in the period, Carson Ryan scored 5 straight points, and Albright laid one in to tie the game at 39. Holly Pond got off to a strong start in the fourth quarter. A basket from Boston Gibbs kept the game tied at 43, and after Ty Dunn hit a pair of free throws, Ryan Albright and Fox Westall each scored in the paint to give the Broncos a 51-46 lead. A big basket by Albright gave Holly Pond a 54-50 lead, and the Broncos were able to pull away at the free throw line, securing a 63-57 win over the Panthers. Ryan led the way for the Broncos with 19 points, and Albright finished with just behind him with 18. That wraps up sports for today, but stay tuned. After the break, we'll speed things up with a news rundown, 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Hello and welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown, 4 stories in under 4 minutes. The Cullman Electric Cooperative is urging members to be on the lookout for energy scams. In a recent social media post, the co-op stated, "If you receive an email, text, or phone call pressuring you to pay for your bill, requesting a strange payment method, or unclear communication, it's probably a scam. Stay safe and double-check before you click." Residents are advised to stay vigilant and verify any suspicious communications. If in doubt, contact the Cullman Electric Cooperative directly to ensure your information is safe. In other news, the United States Geological Survey has confirmed that a 2.4 magnitude earthquake occurred near the Walker and Cullman County line on Monday. Earthquakes of this magnitude are considered minor and often go unnoticed. A 2.4 quake is unlikely to cause damage, but might be felt by people close to the epicenter as a slight tremor or a brief shaking sensation. While earthquakes aren't common in the Cullman area, Alabama does experience occasional seismic activity due to its proximity to the Eastern Tennessee seismic zone, one of the most active seismic zones in the southeast. Did you feel anything? Let us know if you experienced any shaking. Next up, get ready for a festive evening. The City of Hanceville is hosting a free moving night on December 7th at the Hanceville Civic Center. Showtime begins at 6 p.m. and the feature presentation is The Grinch. In their announcement, the city said, "We will be showing The Grinch movie, and this will be free to the community at the Hanceville Civic Center. Bring your chairs and blankets. There will be popcorn, hot chocolate, and drinks available to purchase. Don't miss out on this night of fun watching The Grinch." And finally, the 5th annual Jones Chapel Mary Market is set to take place on Saturday, December 7th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. at the Old Jones Chapel School Gym, now the Cullman County School Board Care Building. Admission is free, and the event will feature a wide variety of vendors offering unique handmade crafts, gifts, and seasonal items. Event organizer Christy Thomas shared her excitement for this year's market, saying, "We always have a great turnout of wonderful visitors and customers. Everyone looks forward to it, and we have many repeat vendors. We only allow a certain number of light crafts to keep a good variety of vendors for the best possible shopping experience for our shoppers. As the Merry Market heads into its 5th year, Thomas credits the event's success to strong community support and the exceptional quality of the vendors. A concession stand offering snacks, drinks, and lunch will be available to shoppers. Food trucks are welcome to participate to add to the variety of food options. The Merry Market still has a few vendor spots open. For more information about the event or to become a vendor, email Christy Thomas at mrschristythomas@yahoo.com or text her at 256-615-5611. The event will be held at 192 County Road 940 in Cullman. That's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message.
What's in the magazine? October's peeking in. Oktoberfest in Cullman, let the fun begin. Heroes in our town, business all around. Recipes for sharing, joy everywhere found. Colonel Cullman cheers, history in our ears. Community so bright, polka through the night. Sports spotlight today, kids come out to play. Fields and courts are buzzing in the autumn sway. Germans came to stay, crafts and brews on display. Cullman's heart is glowing in the polka way. Colonel Cullman cheers, history in our ears. Community so bright, polka through the night.
Welcome back. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Nancy Carol Smith, 72 of Cullman, passed away on Monday, November 18th at her residence, surrounded by her loving family. Memorial service for Ms. Smith will be Friday, November 22nd at 4 p.m. at Cullman Funeral Home Chapel. A memorial gathering for family and friends will be held at the chapel from 3 until 4 p.m. Laura Allison Durham, 47 of Cullman, passed away on Sunday, November 17th at her residence. Memorial service for Ms. Durham will be at 1 p.m. on Friday, November 22nd at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Visitation will be from noon until 1 p.m. on Friday, November 22nd at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Funeral services for Jerry Wayne Mann, 76 of Cullman, will be at 2 p.m. on Friday, November 22nd at Hansville Funeral Home Chapel. Visitation will be Thursday, November 21st from 6 until 8 p.m. at Hansville Funeral Home. Funeral services for Vernie Lee Harbison, 89 of Bremen, will be today at 2 p.m. at Hansville Funeral Home Chapel. Burial will follow the service at Cullman City Cemetery. Linda Faye Quick Bell passed away on Sunday, November 17th in Wilsonville, Alabama. No services are scheduled at this time. Jason Allen Crumbly, 58 of Cullman, passed away on Sunday, November 17th. Friends are invited to join the family on Thursday, November 21st, for a time of visitation from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. in the Holly Pond Funeral Home Chapel. A funeral service for Mr. Crumbly will follow visitation beginning at 1 p.m. Burial will follow services at Holly Pond Cemetery. That finishes up obituaries for today. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now, let's take a look at today's weather forecast. Today, we'll start off partly sunny, but expect the sun to come out fully by the afternoon with a high of around 62. Tonight we'll see clear skies with temperatures dropping to around 36. Tomorrow we'll enjoy sunny skies again, but it'll be a bit cooler with a high near 54. You might notice a little breeze out there with gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. Tomorrow night we'll have mostly clear skies with lows around 33. And that wraps up another edition of Cullman Today. Thanks so much for starting your morning with us. Remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest updates and stories. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m., but for now, I'm Dustin Isom with Cullman Today, wishing you a great day, Cullman.